Hey guys, today I want to make a video on why it makes absolutely no sense to care about what people think about you. So, there are maybe like three ideas I have about this and really just logical ideas of kind of like it really doesn't make sense to just care what other people are going to think about you. And for me, um you know, thinking about it in this way has helped me to not have to judge myself so much, so I can just live freely and live and be myself and not have to keep feeling like I have to like put on some sort of like a show so that I can make people like me, because that feeling really sucks. It really sucks to feel like, and that's really like the first idea I kind of want to share, is it like it sucks to have to feel like you need to change yourself. So, and this gets into the first reason. So, let's say you put on like a mask and make someone else like you, and now they're your friend, but they're not really friends with you. They're friends with the fake you that you've put on. Now, you may think, oh well, success, right? They're my friend now. No, not success, because you now in that relationship have to pretend to be something you're not. You have to hold this image up, and it sucks to do that. That's what I'm saying. Like, it is so much more fun to live life when you are just being you, like not having to be anything else. Even if you made all the friends in the world, you would have to pretend to be something you're not, and that is not a fun thing to do. There's always a task at hand. I have to hold up this image. I have to hold up this image. Whereas the other way around, you don't have to do anything. You can just exist and you're fine. It's kind of the thing with like the truth and lies. It's much easier to tell the truth because you don't have to do anything to tell the truth. The truth already exists. That's just what is. Telling a lie is holding things up. It is constantly having something to do, to change, to fix. So yeah, that's kind of my first reason, is because it's just not something you'd want to do. And even if you made those friends, you'd still have to hold this thing up, so it's pointless. And with that point, when you are being yourself without without holding anything up, just existing, being you, you naturally attract the type of people that you vibe with, the type of people that you like, that you'd want to spend time with. So those other people that you're holding this image up for, they're not actually the people that you normally vibe with, because you need to change yourself to fit in with them. So if you're just existing, you're just being you and not worrying about how you are and your image, how people see you. The people you talk to, some people you are going to repel just by being you, and that is a good thing. When you are just being you, some people aren't going to vibe with that. That's good. That means you've weeded them out. Those aren't the people you'd want to spend time with anyways. Not that they're bad people, they just don't vibe with you, you know? They're not your type. So at the same time, while you're weeding out those people, you're attracting the people that you do vibe with, because they're gonna be like, oh, I vibe with them. And then this is a great thing, because now you've made friends with people that you normally vibe with. You don't have to do anything to make them like you. They just like you for you. That's just a great feeling. So that's sort of encompasses the whole like first reason that I had in my head about this. I didn't really like write anything out, like, but I just kind of had these reasons in my head. The second reason is, which one should I do? Let's do, okay. You do not have control over people. you might have a little bit of control saying like, okay, well, if I change myself this way, then I can make these people like me. You know, you may be able to influence a little bit like that. But at the end of the day, you are not inside the minds of these people. Some people are just gonna like you, and some people aren't, no matter what. It is impossible to have everyone in the world like you. Just impossible. Because just by having certain people like you, now you're this image, and then these other people aren't gonna like you. And even if you had 90% of the world liking you, there's still gonna be those people that see you and are like, oh, that person's very liked. I don't like them just because of that. So this idea that we can control people and that we can make everyone like us, and then like, not even if you're trying to make everyone like you can't make one person like you. You ever try really hard to make one person like you? Like, and honestly, the more you try to make them like you, you're pushing them away. But that's not even the point, because if you think about it in that way, then you're gonna try not to push them away. But that's just another way of trying to make them like you. So the point is that you don't have control over them, so it's a completely pointless effort. Like, what you're trying to do, completely pointless. You may have a little bit of influence, but giving that influence, to my previous point, takes effort. You're gonna have to hold up this image. It sucks. You don't want to do that. So, yeah, you don't have control. So, my third point, let's pretend that you did have control. Let's pretend that you could dream up this dream. And this kind of, I get this idea from this philosopher, Alan Watts, that I just love. But let's say you could have this dream. And in this dream, you can live as long as you want. And in this dream, you can have anything you could ever imagine. So, you know, you dream up having everyone like you, or having having all the pretty girls like you, or having all the people you're attracted to be attracted to you. You could have anything you want in the world. You could have all the money. You could be the president if that's what you want. I think that job would be a horrible job to have. You know, but like, you get the point. You can have anything you want in this dream, whenever you want it. Okay? So, at first, you know, you'd engage in all these things. You'd have sex with all these people that you want to have sex with. You'd do all these things that you want to do. But eventually, you know, it would get a little boring. So, and you know what? I'm gonna pause that whole dream gets on another tangent that's like kind of unrelated to what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna stop that dream there, and maybe another time we can continue that, because it gets really entertaining. But the point is, eventually you would get bored. So the reason I mention this dream is because even if you made all the people in the world love you, or you made all the people you're attracted to you, or anyone that you want to like you liked you, the popular group at school, or just like anyone you thought would be valuable if they liked you. There's a bee. It's okay. The bee is just chilling, and so am I. But anyways, even if you did that and they liked you, it would feel nice for a time, but I truly believe that after enough time, it wouldn't be so great anymore. This is on the same idea where if you get in a hot tub or just a hot shower, at first the warmth feels amazing. Or go out in the hot sun, the warmth feels amazing at first. It's like, Then after enough time, it's just, like you're ready to just get out of it. You may even want some cold water, actually. You know? So, things that are pleasurable feel good at first, but when you keep doing them, eventually they lose their pleasure. Look at drugs. A lot, like, if you listen to any drug addict, they will tell you, at first, the drug felt amazing. And maybe the first 10 times, you know? Maybe the first 20, 30. But after enough time, it reaches a point where you're no longer taking the drug because it feels amazing and it's this awesome rush that you had. You're taking the drug because you need it, because you don't feel good without it and you need it to stabilize yourself. The drug has become maintenance. And it's kind of like that feeling of being in a hot tub where you're you're at a point where you're really warm and the warmth doesn't feel good anymore, but you're afraid to get out of the hot tub because it's going to be so cold. So the point I'm making is that these pleasurable things, they look so good. Doesn't it look so great if all these people liked you, if all the people you were attracted to liked you, if anyone you wanted to have sex with you wanted to have sex with you? Doesn't that sound amazing? But in reality, it just sounds amazing. If you actually were to have that situation happen, it wouldn't be so great. Look, there are so many rich people on the planet that are depressed. I bet that money they had felt amazing at first. Look at all this money I have. Look at all this stuff I can do. After enough time, what does it do? That goes back to that dream. You can have anything you want. It's great at first, but after enough time, it just doesn't fill you up anymore. So, yeah, and these rich people, they get, I'm not talking about all rich people like this. Like, just having a lot of money doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be attached to all these things and be depressed or anything like that. I'm just saying this happens to a lot of people with a lot of money. And a lot of times, they'll get so used to being able to have all these things that if you were to take the money away, they would feel horrible. Whereas before they had the money, they were okay. But anyways, yeah, so those are my reasons for why I think it really makes no sense to care about what people think about you. Because first of all, I'll just kind of recap them. First of all, you have no control over people at all. So why would you try to control them and make you like you? Second of all, even if you did have control over people and you could make them like you, that wouldn't even make you happy. So it's pointless. And the third reason, when you aren't caring about what people think about you, it allows you to just be yourself and not have to hold this facade up, hold up this image. And when you're holding up this image, that feeling sucks. And you attract the people in your life that you don't even want to be friends with. You attract the people that make you hold up this image to continue being friends with them. But if you're just being yourself, the people that like you are just going to like you for you, and you won't have to do anything to make them like you because they just like you for existing. So yeah, those are my 3 reasons for why it makes absolutely no logical sense to care about what people think about you. And yeah, hope you enjoyed.